The aspect of Cole's trying to better his vocabulary and seeking help from Hitch, that wasn't a novel, but we probably added 50% of it. You know what I mean? We added 4 or 5, 4 things at least that we just did. Yeah. I mean the idea that's in the novel, and then we expanded. The Pollock thing was an obsession that I lived with for a number of years, and decided really at the final hour to direct it myself, because I didn't want to give it over to anybody else, because I've been thinking about it for so long. And this project is something I read that I felt compelled to put on the screen, and felt it had been 8 years since I directed something. I would like to do it again, because I do really enjoy the experience of it. I've kind of consciously taken some time away from directing to be with my family, but it was time to get back behind the camera, and I thoroughly enjoy the process, and working in collaboration with the designers, and particularly in the cutting room, and the whole deal I really enjoy. What was the other part of the question?
The third one.
No, but there was something else in there that you were asking me.
That the difference with working as an actor is that the kind of
Oh,
roles.
the kind of roles. Well, I mean, when I'm not developing or trying to do something of my own, whether it's Pollock or Virgil Cole, basically at the beck and call of what scripts are out there and what directors want to work with me. So once in a while you see some.
Like a lot of kids watching westerns and watching western TV shows. I'm old enough that they were still making lots of westerns when I was a kid, and there were a lot of westerns on TV. So it's something that I liked, and I think that we had a good time riding horses and dressing up that way. But I would never do a western just to do a western, because I like to ride horses and I like the period. I like to do good movies, And if Ed had given me this book and said, read this book, and it had taken place in 1983, and it had the same kind of dialogue and the same kind of relationship, I would have been equally interested. So I am glad that that I worked in this western that Ed has made, because I think it falls squarely into the tradition of the very best westerns in the genre. It's a movie that I'm really proud of.
I met a number of women for the part of Katie, which I thought was a really important role, because it's kind of the audience perception in a way. And there were even more scenes that Viggo and Katie shot that worked fine, but they were a little bit redundant. We didn't really need them to explain, but I think she does a marvelous job. She's such a beautiful woman and such a great person. So we read a lot. I met a lot of women in the States, and some women from overseas, and I had seen Ariadne in Pan's Labyrinth, but I didn't really know her work that well. I know Viggo had worked with her. She sent a tape of herself, I believe, or maybe it was just her picture. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, she's got this great smile, when she smiles, her whole face like lights up and her eyes kind of crinkle and stuff, and I felt very strongly about her, and I wanted a more mature woman. I didn't want a young woman, because this woman has a certain amount of experience, and innate knowledge about men and women, and I wanted her to feel that way. And then I saw this picture. Someone showed me this picture of Viggo and her sitting together at some award show or something. I don't know what it was, and they were posing for a picture, but they were both so happy and they looked so great together. I said that I didn't have any question after that, because obviously they had a mutual respect and feeling for one another, and I thought it would be beautiful to see them on screen together. So she got the nod, and I'm really glad. I'd like to work with her again, because she's very special.